Alright, it's only me. I've come on the day. We're going to do one half of the album of the day, which was, of course, 1988's excellent debut album for House of Lords. And probably a few folk like saying, who's House of Lords and why should I care? Well, House of Lords are still gone, I know. Well, no with the same lineup as they had here, but definitely with the singer James Christian, who is an excellent singer. I could listen to James Christian sing all day. Could listen to him sing the menu. Great singer, great voice. And you can actually trace House of Lords history all the way back 50 years to the band Angel, who I'm pretty sure were out of Washington in America, led by keyboard player Greg Giuffria, who would be an Angel, and then the band would transition into a band called Giuffria and have a couple of albums there, and then that band would transition into House of Lords when Kiss's Gene Simmons got his hands on the band. And Giuffria had an excellent singer, a guy called David Glenn Isley, with a voice kind of similar to Steve Perry out of Journey. But Gene Simmons came in and says, no, you need to change the name of the band, you need to change the singer. So they get in this guy, James Christian, who's, like I say, he's a great singer, and his voice has changed a wee bit over the years, and these days he sounds a lot more David Coverdale, and the rest of it kind of was like a bit of a super group. You had Greg Giuffria and Lanny Cardolo, who had been in Giuffria, Chuck Wright on the bass, who had come in for Quiet Riot, and Ken Mary on the drums, who had been touring as part of Alice Cooper's band. So I mean, this was a big time supergroup. The only thing is, when you look back on it, the House of Lords never really caught on the way Gene Simmons probably thought they did. But you can definitely, this is 1988, you can see that this was opening the door for things like grunge rock and stuff. It's on the back cover there, and you've got everybody standing about with fancy baggy clothes on and big hair and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, it was glitzy, big hair metal as they call it. But the first album get a great debut here, so that's why I've got to pick this song today, today, which is a song called Under Blue Skies. There were two or three that I considered, like Pleasure Palace and Jealous Heart, but just because it was such a nice day yesterday and it feels like the spring's on its way, then we'll do this one, Under Blue Skies, which isn't actually so tough to play. It just shows you that it's on the arrangement of a good song with plenty of melody. You don't need to have hundreds of notes, especially when you're playing the bass. This song's all based around about A, D and G with the old E flung in there. So it starts off with this. Greg Giuffria is obviously a big fan of Keith Emerson, using some of his kind of big stinging synth brass sounds, which this starts off with a kind of pompous big keyboard intro with this do 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 do, and then all you're doing coming in on the bass with this do do do. And then you're just in the still of the sunrise. And then it's just another verse chorus of that, and then at the end of the second chorus you do this, there's a mid light in here with this. it's a keyboard with a wee bit mix of guitar in there. And then, I mean, it's basically all just that pattern. It's just a nice big melodic rock song, fairly easy to play and well arranged. Much like in the same style as something like Europe's Out of This World, where everything sounds really complex, but when you break it down, it really isn't. So let's get tore into this for a Friday, where it is under blue skies today again. It was actually really nice yesterday. I was out working with my shirt sleeves on for the first time in a year, and plus it's still daylight to after 6 o'clock. So coming home from work in the daylight makes all the difference. The summer's coming. So this is Under Blue Skies. that's how you play the House of Lords song. Under Blue Skies, great song, great album. House of Lords made few really good albums. Probably the album after that, Sahara, for the early days, probably the best one, and a kind of Dark Horse album called Demons Down, which was quite hard to get back in the day. I remember having to pay, I don't know, about £15 for the cassette in like the early 90s to get it on import. Really, really hard album to get. And then they stopped for a while when the grunge thing came over. And then they came back and made an album that was absolutely nothing like what they had done before. Around about 2001. What was that called? The Power and the Myth, where they were trying to make some kind of modern rock thing that was nothing to do with the melodic rock that they had done before. But then after that, Greg Jeffrier left and James Christian carried on with another bunch of guys, and they've been churning out some actually amazing 80s style. Again, if you like your 80s heavy metal, melodic rock, you need to be checking out House of Lords, because they're still churning out some really, really great albums. But right, I better crack on, man. I've got stuff today. Have a nice day and keep listening to House of Lords.